welcome back to my channel. This is a vlog. So I just shopped at the library, which was wonderful. They had a lot of books that I didn't even like, a lot of good finds. I got The Deep End, I got Slow Dancing, which I've been really wanting to read. Today is an exciting day. I feel like it's the first time I'm going to talk in the vlog. I am going to get The Night in the Moth by Rachel Gillick. I am obsessed. Okay, I'm very excited, and I wanted to take myself out on a solo date. Weird bump in the road. I was like, let me edit a video and post it. So those are the little clips you saw earlier. But like, I didn't film sideways like I'm doing now. I was filming it like parallel, and the whole, so like, it just messed up my vibe. Like, I'm such a perfectionist, which you maybe wouldn't know. I just always want everything to be perfect and like high quality. And I also want to create, and so I posted it anyway. I dislike it very much, but I think this will be a moment that I will look back on and be proud of, hopefully, because you have to just do it anyway. There's no like, it's better to make something and put it out there and not love it, and all of like my favorite creators have said that, than to not post it at all. So we're not gonna let this ruin our whole day. It definitely has irritated me for at least the past hour. I'm very excited. Also got, by the way, it's in the trunk or else I would go grab it, the last book from the Chronicle series by Cassandra Clare. I'm very excited. Clockwork Princess, I think it's called. Yeah, so we're gonna go to Barnes and Nobles, and I think I am gonna take myself out on a little solo date because my roommate is going to Olive Garden with her sister. So I was just like, I can eat at home, like I have leftovers. I went out to eat yesterday, but I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go, and I think we're gonna go to Barnes and Nobles and buy that book, kind of like reclaim the day. If nothing else, I'm getting a chocolate milkshake from this place that I really like. So yeah, I'll see you at Barnes and Nobles. Bye. Very excited. Okay, let's go in. On it, it's right there, so let's go get it. It's right here on this lovely wall. Okay. It's stunning. Somewhere quiet. I've been walking around for a while because I just love the air in Barnes and Nobles, and looked at other books and added a bunch of books to my TBR. But there she is. I haven't bought her yet. She's gorgeous and she's mine, and we're going home together. Now my only struggle is like picking what I want for dinner. I thought for sure I wanted Chili's, and now I'm not so sure. I kind of want pizza, but I don't feel like going to the place where I want pizza from. It's hard out here. It's really hard. But look at her. It's gorgeous. Like, I'm chuffed. Okay. All right. First off, I'd like to thank my mom for sponsoring today's video. But she bought the book for me, and that's so lovely, and I'm so excited. And I also got a pin, Mom, and I love that for me. And now I think I'm just gonna go take myself to dinner. I wasn't sure, but I think I will just get Chili's. I'd wanted it like 2 weeks ago, so yeah. And then I guess I'll go home and shower and do a little skincare. The rest of today is like solo date day. Yeah, pretty excited. Let's go. Let's go to Chili's. Let's go to Chili's. I'm at Swenson's. I'm doing Swenson's, which is a drive-in, and I'm really excited. I basically came here in reality because there's a new sandwich called the Black Cap, and it's like a hot sauce chicken sandwich. And in my mind, immediately, I was like, the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. So yeah, that's why I chose this. I was literally at Chili's, but I was like, no, I want the thing that reminds me of the Flying Dutchman. That's how my brain works. So here's the sandwich. I also got their new featured shake, which is a banana pudding shake. And I was listening to Alina Baraz. So the vibes are up. Okay, the vibes are up. We're gonna try the shake. My little sister would love this. She loves banana shakes, and I pretty much got it for her. My intentions were a chocolate shake, but then I saw that and I was like, she would love that. Fun fact about me, for my loved ones, I will get things that they love because it makes me feel closer to them. Like, she doesn't live in the state, and if I see something that I feel like, you know, they like, then I send them a picture of it, or order it. Clearly, here's the sandwich. I'm so excited to get home and shower, and then I can't start the book today. I'm in the middle of reading These Terrible Truths or something. It's that sequel to the first book that reminds me of the Invisible Life of Ada LaRue. I'll probably type it down below, like, what it is, and I really like it. I've only been reading it for a day. I'm over 50% done. There's just something about immortals that gets me. It's like These Immortal Eyes. That's the first one. Okay, review time. I hope it's good enough so that I don't regret not going to Chili's. It's good. There's blue cheese on this too. So I'm so excited to read this book. I've been looking forward to it since I literally finished the 2 Twisted Crowns. Since then, yeah, I'm just gonna keep eating, and then I will see you back at the apartment where I'm gonna shower and then I guess read until I go to bed. Hopefully I finish it tonight now because I have major motivation to. Go to bed at 10:30. I think I'm just gonna do like an introduction to this, and I look so forward to it. I'm so excited. I love the dedication. It's beautiful. Thank you to my mom who bought this one. I'm just gonna read for a little bit and then go to bed. Day 2 of reading Night in the Moth. I am 4 chapters in, and I love it so much. I really just trying to savor it because I already know how much, like, I love it. Today I was listening to the Spotify soundtrack that Rachel Gillig made up, but I'm about to go to dinner with my sister and like a librarian friend and my niece. We're going out for Indian, so I'm gonna show you my little perfume combo and get ready, although really it's just perfume, lip liner, and gloss. This is the Glossier Fleur, and I love her. She's powdery and fresh, and it just feels like a higher self. Like, I feel like that bitch when I have it on. I feel clean and sophisticated. And this is a staple, the Kayali Vanilla 28. Anyway, the book is amazing. My favorite thing about Rachel is that as soon as you start reading a Gillig book, you're like transported into that world. Like, it is not like, you immediately know that something is different, and it's just amazing. Like, I am so happy to be alive at the same time as Rachel. I am. And it might sound dramatic, but it's not. About the book, I am bringing it. Am I going to actually have time to read it? I know in my heart, not really, but are you going to see me film me holding the book while I'm at the restaurant? Absolutely you are. I feel like I could try to read a chapter, but like I'm so enchanted with it. It's like I want to savor it, but I also want to know what's happening. I'm 4 chapters in, and I'm going to keep this all very vague, but also like as if you were talking to your bestie about a book. And yeah, so far, I like this character. Like completely different from the other characters that have been made. And it's dealing with religion in a weird way. There are these people who are different and special, and they're women, and they wear these like things around their eyes. Basically, people come from like near and far to have them essentially be oracles. She sees it as a huge honor, and they don't get given names. She's number 6. She does have a name, but she doesn't really remember it anymore, even though she promised herself she would. She was orphaned, or like, so she's been told. I don't know anything. This isn't me assuming the end of the plot or anything. And then a king is coming. He's quite young. He's like 19. And there's a guard on there that has 3 golden hoops on one of his ears, which I was like, that's him. I didn't read the back of this book, so I don't know what it's about, but I knew I would love it. So I was like, whoever he is, he's special. He's important. And he clearly is disgusted with this whole practice and like doesn't believe in it and is like opposed in every way. They have met each other and they do not like each other. See, all of the other men who were with the prince or the king were like, oh my God, it's them. Like they're like deities. Like they're so special. They're diviners. So they're like, you know, people love them. And then this guy is like not having it. And then they have like a conversation after she divines for the king. And yeah, I'm eating it up already. There's a gargoyle who speaks, and I just love it. And I love the prose that she uses. Is it prose? Yeah, I love how she speaks. I love how she paints a canvas in these books. I have to go pick up my sister, so here's the outfit. The book's coming with me. The jacket's coming on. We're gonna put that jacket on right away because it's actually quite chilly out. It's like rainy, okay? And then that's the outfit. And then this is baby. Yeah, so I'm this far in. Yeah, you'll come with me. We're gonna go out to eat. And I'll show you the food because I love eating and I love Indian food. So let's go. Day 3 of reading The Night in the Moth. I have it with me. Today we're at one of my favorite places, and literally in Ohio. I think like no matter where I go, I'm gonna remember that I love driving up to the spot and there's just like a gorgeous horizon. And I'm a sucker for horizons. Like anytime we're driving, if you randomly see like that line that feels like it can go on forever, it just does something to my heart. This is breakfast pizza from Ohio Pie. I would like to talk about the book for a little bit, and I'm just gonna eat and read some more. I just feel like this type of writing makes me so happy because it's sort of like I'm just so engaged. But what I can tell you about number 6, because I feel like she low-key doesn't even remember her name. Like she's thought it, but she's not like even called herself that yet, so we're gonna refer to her as she refers to herself. So number 6 is like the most devout of all of the diviners, and they live at this place that is like a cathedral, and people come from near and far to have their omens read. And it's this whole thing, like they have to go into these special waters and they have to get drowned, which at first my initial thought was like, this is all fake, and they don't know it because they're like orphans. All of the girls seem to have like no attachments previous to this. At the end of their time there, they just get to go out into the world. But the main guard, Rory, I love him. It is definitely giving like enemies to lovers, the opposite sides of this thing, like a religious devout person and an atheist. He does definitely have belief in things, but for the metaphor, that's how far apart they are. He does not believe at all and like loathes what they are, and she can immediately get that. And she is the abbess's favorite. The abbess seems to be like this otherworldly like woman who's in charge of all of this, and then they have many gargoyles that protect them. So they each have to go dream And that is when they have to do the whole practice, which is like to be in these special spring waters and to have blood that they take from the person, and the question is asked, and then they have to go to sleep, and they get all these omens. Each is from something in their, like, the book's religion, sort of like a coin, and then all this other stuff. There's other ones too. The writing is like really, it's just feeding me. It's like complex. Like I'm having to think. I'm like, wait, focus. What was that? And then there's so many lines that are so poetic. I do feel quite a lot like number 6 sometimes, because she like low-key feels not human in the sense of like other people. You'll get that when you read it, but I was like, oh my god, not me relating to her. And she's kind of cold, and I get that, but she also clearly yearns for a lot. So I like her a lot. I love Rory. I love the gargoyles. We really just have one. Things are starting to happen. Like they have less than 100 days left at this church they've been raised at and done divining for, and girls are starting to go missing. There are 6 of them, and a few seem to have disappeared, and I'm very excited to get into this. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here, eat pizza, and then I'm gonna read. So I'll talk to you soon. They just seriously do not like each other, and I love it. It's not like they just don't like each other. This scene I'm gonna read to you, which, like, by the way, there's so many beautiful kind of like deep quotes in here. Like there was a part where things start going awry and they have to wear these things over their eyes so they can't see, and I'm wondering if it's some like do no evil, speak no evil, see no evil thing. But anyway, at one point one of the sisters, because I'm gonna call them that, says that like if she doesn't, she feels she'll never have the chance to. Like if she waits for permission to see, then she feels she'll never get the opportunity. I can go find it. Give me a second. In the scene, this is when some of the sisters have started mysteriously missing. And at one point, one is definitely our favorite sister. As number 6, through the eyes of this person, one is definitely like the most close that she is to someone. And she says, I've waited forever to take this thing off. I'm starting to think that if I wait for permission, it will never happen. Her courage was a gale, a bold wind, and when it stirred me, I could not dismantle 10 years of doing what I was told. I'd broken more rules in the last week than I had in a decade, but this was not one I could bear. I kept my hands in tight fists at my sides and did not touch my shroud. Like, that's poetry. That's poetry. I love it here. I don't know how many quotes I'm gonna actually read in the end, but this is excellent. If you want something that like it's just watering a part of me that I didn't know needed watered, and here we are. But literally also so funny. Like this knight that she keeps like coming in contact with is hilarious. I just love them. They're so funny. And it's such a dry heat, like a dry dislike of each other. It's like very passionate, but not in the way that I think we're usually presented with. Like she's not like looking at him, and they're not like, there's not like this crisp of desire. It's like, I genuinely abhor your beliefs and who you are and how you act and move with them. And for Rory, she doesn't like abhor his job, but his like distaste for everything that she seems to be. Like, yeah, I love it here. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. All he did was this, and I'm like, there's a common theme in The Night and the Moth that I love, and I feel like it's only through pain can one become divine, and only in death can one be reborn. And this story follows so much of that, such practices of what is good and evil, and what to live by, and what is the truest form of power or rightness or goodness. And it's like so many different cycles of that, and each person's, I love it. This book is spectacular. This book has me like swooning. I can't stress it enough. First of all, I would like to talk about how brilliant the writing is. I feel like, I think I've said before, that I have to pay attention, but like I literally need to pay attention. And I have so many theories, some that I hope I'm wrong about. And it's so funny, and there's such found family, and there's such a sense of like this story is like a personal main character's self-discovery and her strength, and I love it so much. Like, I don't think you guys understand. I started annotating. I've annotated so much stuff, and it's so good. Like, I don't know how to say the guy's name. Mydicius. I don't know what his name is. I don't care. I love it. I love Maud. I love the gargoyle. I love Benji, and I'm like, it's so good. You guys have no idea. So I'm just reading in the car. I'm right here, so over halfway done. I was gonna try to finish it today, but I'm just gonna let the coins fall where it does. I would like to add that Rory and the main character Six are literally just separate sides of the same coin. I think it's such a like it's so weird when there's no spice yet, but to feel such a deep connection is like this is like weirdly slutty. He beckoned his finger at her. He has done like smallest things, and I'm like overwhelmed. I'm fine. I'm overwhelmed. It is just such a good ride, and I just feel like the storyline is so good and the characters are so good. I love how she's growing into believing in herself and her own like agenda at this point is to find her sisters, find her fellow diviners. Also, like the idea that like, to love them this much and to have this much of a connection for them and to fight for them this hard, and ultimately like she doesn't even know their names. We don't know their names. Their names are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Love it so much, and I love the gargoyle. I can't stress that enough. I love him. He's the cutest patootie. He was so annoying in the beginning, and I don't care, it grows on you. He is so cute, and he's so funny, and he's like a petty king, and like, give that man his 8 hours of sleep. When you read it, you'll get it. I love the gargoyle, and he needs a name. And Rory, the man you are, it's so good. And these gods, I tell you guys everything, because spoilers. And I'm scared for it to end, but I want to know everything. And then I'm remembering it's a duology, and Rachel Gillick, I know how she ended One Dark Window. I know how she ended it. I'm not gonna have like peace at the end. She's never given me peace. But I wouldn't ask for her to be any other way. I'm here. Wait. Here, and yeah, I'm gonna go back in. But it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I'm fighting for my life. I can't stress that enough. Like, it's so good, and it's like exciting. You know what we don't have enough of these days? A quest. And this is literally a quest. You get self-discovery, you get romance, you get hilarity. The quest, there's purpose in this story, and I feel like I just love when an author has something to say, in the sense that she knew the whole story as she started. You know, when you read fantasies and there is a point that they will get to, they're going to, and like the quotation marks feel a little rude, but they will get to the point. It's just going to take a couple of books, and you get these really deeply satisfying things after a few books. And I love a slow unfurling of a flower. Okay, I love a slow blossom. But there's something to be said for every time I read a Rachel Gillick book, it's already so rich and shrouded in like poetry and prose. I never know how to say the word, but I love using it. And like, I don't have to wait for it to get to a point. I don't have to wait for it to get rich like a broth and like let it have hours. It's just rich already. I love it here, and I'm scared. I'm pausing because I'm nervous, because the quest is quested. Okay? It's so good. And the banter is good, and it's definitely not enemies to lovers, but very much dislike to lovers. But again, they're just two different sides of the same coin. Okay? The most devout and the heretic. Alright? I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go back in. It's fine. I'm fine. Calm down, everyone. Stop being weird. Show you the physical. And I love it so much. I need to find more vocabulary to say what I feel, but it's just so good. And when I tell you I love Gargoyle, I am telling you I love Gargoyle. And also, can I just say that like the romance in this, and normally I'm all for spice. I'm proud of loving smut. I don't care, okay? This isn't up for discussion, but this love is just like being seized by someone, and also challenged, and also just like the banter, but then those tender moments are not shying away from it. Oh my god, I love it here. My sister's sick, so I'm gonna take her ginger ale. I'm such a good sister. And I might finish it tonight. I don't know. I'm at a really good part, and I'm, again, I know the ending's gonna like shake me probably. We have answers. I'm not happy with them. We have answers. And I still have further theories. Yeah. But oh my god, we got a name, people. It only took this long, but we've got a name. And it's just so good. If you want something dark and gothic and rich and moody and just exciting and found family and romance and gargoyle, I'm gonna go now. Bye. This line, see, here's the thing. Okay, I just want to cover myself. Okay, this line right here feels so much like me, like literally. Okay, so she's been through a lot at this point. Okay, we've been through a lot, and basically, like, she's acknowledging that she can physically go through all of these things. She's like strong to these people and has taken all of these trials that have come her way, and like she can handle it physically, right? But her heart is like so soft. Like I love Six so much. I love Sybil. She started calling herself Sybil. We're gonna start calling her Sybil. And also like just the affirmations that this freaking night gives. I'm not gonna say the quotes because I do want you to go in and experience it, but it's so nice. But he's essentially reassuring her that she owes nobody anything, and she's not a failure for the things that she hasn't been able to prevent in the past, present, or future, and that she owes no one anything. Beautiful, beautiful. But then she says to him, okay, and he's like looking in her eyes, which by the way no one can do because she still has on that freaking gossamer. And it says, my body has always been strong and ever just enough, but whatever my soul was made of was frail, like birch bark, like gossamer, and like the wings of a moth. Like, it's poetry. I'm still reading it. Today I'm gonna finish it. I just didn't want to rush it. Like, I actually took this book really and I really savored it, and I was like gonna rush it because I had a little over 100 pages last night, but then I was like, why? Just enjoy it. Anyway, Benji's being weird. I just have to say that. Someone needs to document that I said it out loud. Benji's being weird. He's being weird. I'm not allowed to, I won't spoil anything. I've noticed him changing, and that's all I have to say. He's being weird. He's being weird. Benji's being weird. She's given them her name, and he still calls her Six. That's weird. It's weird, right? Yeah. Suspect things. It makes me wonder. It makes me think. He's being weird. Okay. Hello and welcome back to Lachey's Library. By now you've watched the reading vlog and hopefully enjoyed it. I think in the future they will only get better, but also my phone has like very limited storage, so I'm constantly like aware that I don't have very long, including right now. So let's get into the book that we've all experienced sort of together and talk about it even more. Today's book is none other than the beautiful, the incredible The Night in the Moth. Okay, so The Night in the Moth is going to be a duology, and it is a adult dark romantasy by Rachel Gillig, who I love, and I've talked about her many times on this channel before because she just writes in a way that is so expansive, and I love, like, I didn't think I liked the riddle, but she writes in such a poetic, flowery, descriptive, intentional way that she's got a fan in me. I love her works, and today we're going to talk about part 1 in her duology. So The Night in the Moth follows our diviner, whose name is Sybil. Diviner lives at a cathedral, the Aisling. She with other foundling girls, 5 other foundling girls, live at this cathedral in which they dream but don't dream at all, and they wish to have like dreamless sleeps. They live at this cathedral and are there for 10 years from the time that they're like 16 and serve this place where kings and noblemen come from near and far to have their basically like futures divined and have these omens come there so that these girls can read the signs. It is so amazing. Okay, let me focus. Okay, so our main character, Six, the most devout, truest diviner, She constantly picks a short straw, so she sleeps more than other people. And the sleep is when she has to go into the sacred spring and gets drowned. And that's what these girls do again and again, is get drowned. And they all dream of the day when, and which is coming up, that their 10 years is over and that they will go out into the world and be fantastical and together, but not there, although it's like a huge honor to be a diviner. And then a new king is coming to have his future divined. Of course, our main character 6 pulls a short straw, and it really starts from there. The girls are kind of restless as these nights come, and our main character 6 meets our MMC, whose name is Rory. They immediately do not like each other. They all stood at the top of the wall when the king and his knights were coming, watching them come along. And you can imagine like 6 women in very thin gossamer cloth with shrouds over their eyes staring out at you after a long journey. Like, it feels biblical, it feels magical, and they all are in awe and looking up at these girls. And the girls do like that acclaim, that number one, they take pride in that they are able to speak with the omens, so like these gods and divine futures for kings and everything, but also that they are desired. Everyone wants to be able to touch them, to have their names given, to be able to see their eyes, which these things aren't allowed. So we see immediately from an outside perspective how influential they are and desired they can be. And then we meet Rory, and he is clearly not like these other people. He's like behind and does not like, he's like a heretic for sure. He does not believe in this. He scoffs at her, immediate dislike, and it's so good. When I tell you that this romance is gonna have you like, the banter is so good and the writing, again, so, it's just very fulfilling to read. Anyway, because of the conversation they have, she decides that she wants to do something and live. And her and her sisters go out for one night across the wall. They go over the wall and live. And then her sisters start going missing. And she's the last one standing, ends up going to like one of the ports to speak to the king. And Rory comes back. And that is where our story takes off. It doesn't take very long, but it takes off because we're going on a journey to get the sisters back. And it becomes a journey of such deep self-discovery. It is so questy and so rich. And I just love everything about it. I don't want to tell you too much because I want you to be able to read it and experience it for yourself. I just now read the inside of this. Yeah, that's exactly what the story is about. It's so, so good. It is a more character forward story. I feel like in One Dark Window, it's very much about the plot and the characters are very important, but I would say it was like 50-50. This one's like 60%, 70% about the characters, and then the rest is about the plot, because these omens, there are different kingdoms that follow these different omens. Some think that the people of knowledge are the smartest, others are like the real god is the god of coin and love and all these different kingdoms. But the aisling, the cathedral, says that nothing is above stone. It's just so, so good. So let's start from the top. 6, whose name is Sybil. I felt like, honestly, almost like it was insane to see a character who, she does not feel like the other characters that Rachel's written. And I don't really feel like I should keep going back to the past about this, but I would like to say that in reading Sybil, I felt I saw a lot of like my old self in her. And so anytime that she was growing, I felt such like pride, and I felt very hurt with her past thoughts, and it was really enjoyable. Rory, which I want someone to say how to say his last name. Medius? I don't know how to say his name. I love him. He's so good. And I think that my favorite thing about them is the contrast, two sides of the same coin, both with these very strong beliefs, but just on the opposite side of things, and how there's always been this like tension line between them. I love so much this limestone gargoyle. I did not think that I could love a rock as much as I love him, but I do so much. And he just will keep growing on you, okay? I love the dynamics between our mother figure in the beginning and our motherly figure in the end. It just deals with so many cool themes like religion, tradition, martyrism. It deals with quest and romance and bravery and cycles that repeat themselves, and the idea of building like what is true to you. It is self-discovery. It is adventurous. I feel like I just love it so much. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. In the next part, I'm just going to be talking about spoilers. So please leave. You really should read this and enjoy it on your own. And I have so many quotes that I love. I think I might do a whole nother video where I just read off quotes that I like. I just have to do it in a way that makes my brain happy, like aesthetically flipping through the pages, but you hear me reading them. There's so many quotes that are like broth for the spirit. I loved it. There's so much to say and so much that I can't say, but please go read this book, enjoy it, go to a library and get it, go to a store and buy it. This is one that I knew I needed to buy. I mostly am a library shopper, but Rachel's a buyer for me. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope that I can make it enjoyable. We're going to continue with them. Once again, Rachel Gillick has given us a story that is transportive and rich and mystical and beautiful and divine, and I loved everything about it. Okay, now spoilers, please. Spoilers, please leave. Please. Okay, you can stay if you're still here. Oh my God. Okay, you're gone. Okay, good. Oh my God. Benji Boy King, are you kidding me? I literally gasped. I mean, here's the thing. I started seeing things and I was like, it's giving Lord of the Rings. It's giving you have no power here. But then I kept going and I was like, I don't know. And I still don't know for book 2 what to expect. And then we have, I also would just like to say my baby gargoyle, again, I'm still speaking code, okay? My baby Bartholomew, that whole thing, every time he kept asking her, like, do you want to hear a story? And she was like, no. I was like, oh my God. Like, I knew from the beginning, I was like, someone please just let this rock tell his story. And then by the end, when I loved him and the separation of everyone and the idea that she has just freed herself from this practiced belief of earning people's love and being able to sacrifice so much, and that meaning that she had value and being able to take pain and that being a blessing, that she could hold it like that, and to finally be free only to have to go back to the practices in which she'd perfected over 10 years. I think my big fears are that she's going to go back into that cycle and not know how to get out, because this is for the protection of people that she loves. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. What do I want to see in the next book? Whatever she writes, TBT. But also I look forward to seeing truly how we can build a world without the omens and the way they've been set up. Like, how do you build something from scratch? It is one thing to say, I want this practice to end, and it's another thing knowing that something else needs to be in its place. I look forward to seeing her have to be strong in her own metal and her beliefs and to practice that. I look forward to seeing Gargoyle as soon as possible. I love him. I look forward to seeing the I love you from Rory, because the amount of times that Gargoyle would say, Bartholomew, put her out of her misery and tell her you love her. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. I look forward to seeing Maud without a king. I look forward to all of it and more mysticals. Oh my God, the sprites. I would just like to say there's definitely something to that. I think the world is rotted in a certain way, and that these sprites are like the true, kind of like in the way that we owe everything to taking care of the planet, because we have this consciousness and like we should be taking care of whales and all this stuff. Like, they are the true beings of power there. And I know that right now we're fighting them, sort of like Princess Mononoke, but I look forward to seeing a real resolution, because the sprites are a huge deal in this book. They're constantly something that we're battling with, and Rory does not like doing that. And Rachel's very intentional with how she speaks. So I know that there is a reason that the sprites are constantly in unrest and unease, and everyone talks about, it's a main theme in this book is starving things will do anything to survive, and sprites are that. And every kingdom has different ones, and all of them starve them, and I look forward to seeing how we play with that. So for real this time, thank you so much for spending time with me and watching this video. I feel like I could talk about this endlessly. It was one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and it did not let me down at all. It was so amazing, and I loved it so much. I finished it and immediately wanted to restart it. If you're having a wonderful day, evening, night, and life, thank you so much. Until next time, I'll see you next time. Bye.